Hello Twitchers, welcome to Inters. I'm Marty B back in the hot seat and this is Season 6, Tier 1, round number 4 here in Mexico City. We've got another banger here for you this afternoon with some of the best drivers this league has to offer, and after an exciting round 3 at Monza, this race does promise to deliver some of the best edge-of-your-seat action racing. 4.304 kilometres is the length, 36 laps is the distance, 17 turns, 10 to the right and 7 to the left. Double dose of DRS down the main pit straight, and then turn 3 heading towards turn 4, and then dose comes after 11 as we head towards the stadium section of the racetrack. The weather does look clear as we refer to the radar. Sun is shining, drivers are in their cars ready to battle, and of course it wouldn't be the same here in Sky Race Control without your Tier 3 race winner on Friday night, the man who has the stats, the swagger, and the voice of 1,000 angels. I talk the garbage while he talks the good stuff. Broseph Coop, welcome to the Skybox.
Marty B, how are you, my brother? Fabulous to be here. Fantastic. Intro as usual. Mexico, definitely wasn't a favourite of mine heading into the weekend, but after, some things went my way and managed to keep the thing straight, Mexico's now definitely one of my favourites. So it's funny how it works like that. But,
that's fair.
Yeah, and then, got to say, yesterday it was a pretty good showing for the Tier 2 boys, especially those boys out in front, just going back and forth, like Sakayo, Matty AU, Matty, of course, yourself there, fighting up the top, and good performance there from yourself as well, Marty. So we've got the Tier 1 boys here today, Sunday afternoon as usual. Cream of the crop. We are missing a couple of boys this evening, but we have got 18 cars out here ready to take their place on the grid after quali. So interesting to see how they go after last week. Of course, we had Chill Pill for Red Bull taking out his first maiden win in Tier 1 at Inters. Roscoe up in a P2, and Websy with a penalty actually finished in third place. He would have won the race otherwise for McLaren. I'm probably looking for KLX to probably stamp a bit of authority out here today. I'd like to see the Owl boys press on as well. I think Suts has had a pretty mediocre start to the season. I think he'd be okay with me calling that out. Extinct, I think he finished P9 last weekend, so he's been getting a little bit of momentum up. But the Ferrari boys, bit of a rough one for them last weekend, Marty, but I think they're both good enough to get on the podium again if things go their way today.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I think Calix in the Mercedes, you might be right. I reckon he goes pretty well around here. So does Yusuf, of course. With the vacancy of Prince no longer here, Yusuf, I think, has taken those shoes pretty well. Brooke Vegan, his teammate, down in P12 at the moment. Of course, no laps on the board at the second. I know Websy goes pretty well, as Mercy pops a 16.9. That's a good banker for Mercy, of course, the Tier 2 champion last season. Pole last night, I think Broseph was a 16.7. I was provisional pole with a 16.8, and I didn't bother going out again. And I think a 16.7 was the time at the top of the chart. So 16.9, not bad for Mercy. There'll be some more laps on the board. Mertz out there as well on the AlphaTauri. Mertz on this outlap. Beautiful looking car there. I'm still not sure about the red on the AlphaTauri, Broseph. Have you grown to love the colour?
No, I don't like the red on there. I have gotten a bit used to it, over the last season, but I do prefer just the blue and the white. I really like the first time they unveiled the new Toro Rosso, the new Racing Bull RB, whatever you want to call it, that new livery. Didn't mind it in the showroom, but out on track, I throw up in my mouth every time I see it. I don't like it. I think it's the worst one on the grid at the moment. We've just seen Shawnee in the McLaren post a 17.2, so up to P3. Of course, Alan Santa in the AlphaTauri tonight is the only reserve, so he's stepping up from Tier 2 and posting a 17.8. I think he posted a 17.3 yesterday, so he's got about 5 tenths he can climb there. So 6 cars on the board at the moment with times. Broke Vegan, 1:15.8, Marty.
I was breathless at the second there. A 15.897. That is into the 15s already in the Ferrari, the Scuderia, the prancing horse. It's nice to see them at the top of the board. Yes.
Joseph just crosses with a 15.9. So leading the way, the prancing horses, like you said, out in front.
700s.
Love to see it from Ferrari.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. You really do. I'm not biased, but if I was, it'd be nice to see the McLarens at the top. Shawnee I know goes well. Websy, I was talking to him in the chat earlier. He's a bit worried about his time. He posted a 15 something. He's like, I just posted this. Is that any good? And sitting there going, yep, man, that's pretty good. So expect a good showing from Websy 007 there in the McLaren at the bottom.
Absolutely, Marty. Websy, of course, he joined halfway through last season and, well, a bit towards the end, and he really did dominate when he was out there. And to do that into Tier 1, it's no easy feat, that's for sure. And yeah, since, when he's kept his nose clean, he's absolutely delivered. So he was a great pick, obviously, from Powers being the TP for McLaren. And I'd expect him to absolutely probably finish in the top 3 at the end of quali, and obviously if everything goes his way, it's likely another podium for Websy out there.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hasn't put a time on the board yet. His teammate Shawnee, oops, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's have a look at the fastest lap. Sorry, Shawnee sitting at 17.2. I think pole in Tier 3 was a 17 flat by Tetris. Shout out to Tetris if you're listening. And of course, you not far behind. I think you got maybe a 17.3 or something or other. So these times are just that's massive. And for pole last night in Tier 2, it is alien. It is a different level. Pole last night, I think, like I say, was a 16.7, I think, which would put pole from last night down in P5 behind Chilpil Calix and the 2 Ferraris. So this is next level. Look at the state of it. I don't even know where these guys are getting the time from, but I wonder whether they're running quite high downforce. I know Yusuf in his time trial time uses Scotty in the chat before was saying a 40 something or other, 30 something or other. That's super high. It's going to be super slow down the straight, but massive in the middle sector. Sort of around turn 7, 8, 9. The S's in the middle, which are very much high speed. If you can keep your foot on it, you can gain a lot of time there. Heading into the DRS just after 11 as well, you can make a lot more time there. So it's going to be good to see what they can do. As Websy, there we go, Websy with a 15.9. That's a banger. That's going to pop him. That's going to split the Ferraris. It is a Ferrari sandwich, a Scuderia Subway, if you like, at this stage for Websy. His teammate Shawnee is 17.2 on an outlap as well. We're sitting on with Shawnee at the moment. Not bad times on the board at the moment. Who else can we see coming around?
Well, there's less than a tenth covering the top 3 at the moment. It's 700ths at the moment. Yep. So,
gosh,
amazing,
that's not much.
Amazing.
That's not much at all, is it? That's absolutely amazing.
And I signed Rhino in the Aston Martin, continuing on from last weekend. He had a P5 finish in the Aston Martin, and he's currently 6th at the moment. Chilpil, obviously, as well in P5 for the Red Bull. Continuing on from last week, he's in fantastic form. Aussie 2K goat, P7 at the moment, the Mercedes TP, always punching around the top of Extinct Body in P8 at the moment for Alpine, looking good. Mercy, as you said, he's about a second off the leader at the moment. So Mercy, obviously, this is his first season in Tier 1. Sandbags are off, and he is starting a hot lap, Marty B.
He certainly is. A few cars starting a hot lap. Who are you sitting with?
Well, I'm on Mercy at the moment. He's just heading into turn 1. So let's just have a look and see how Mercy goes here. He has got his teammate in front of him, so it looks like he's going to get a tow as he goes around turn 3 at the moment. Just opening up the back of the wing, getting a nice... looks like there's a Red Bull in front of him. Hopefully they can get out of the way there.
Oh, crikey.
Seen him late. He's
seen him late, but he did move, so that's okay.
Toddy was dawdling out there.
Oh man, look at the turning on that thing. That Aston Martin is turning on a dime. 16.9, that's pretty rapid. Cutting that corner, that's what you got to do all over the curb. Man, this thing is sitting like a rocket ship. He is flat. Just a wee bit of a lift there.
Yep. Currently 2/10 up, Marty. So that'll stick him around somewhere P6 at the moment.
That's a purple middle as well. Into the stadium. This is such a horrible corner. This weird little... It's almost like a hairpin. It's tough. Yeah. It's hard to get the power down in it, and you got to watch out for those sausage curves as well. Almost goes towards the outside there. 100% P5. That was a great prediction. P6 you said, but P5 it is. What a banger from Mercy, the Tier 2 champ from last season.
I got to say, I think he nailed that castle section. He was about 2/10 going into the last sector, and I think he gained another maybe 10th.5 through there, so he nailed that one. Maybe got a little bit wide into the last corner, but if he carried that speed through, that may have worked in his favour without touching the wall there. So I think Mercer will be very happy being in the top 5, and looks like he's given his teammate a toe on the back end here.
Oh, absolutely. A few cars out on the track at this stage, so I think, I don't know, do you reckon it might be time? I can see KLX on an outlap. Should we jump on with a Merc and do a hot lap?
Yeah, let's get on. Let's get on with KLX.
Let's get on with KLX. Can you tell us any stats about KLX from last season?
Well, he's the bridesmaid. I think
of course
everyone knows that. That's 3 years running.
I knew you'd say that.
KLX, well, he's absolutely got some affiliation with the number 2. Maybe he likes 2 digits. You know, it could go as far as you want it to go. But no, look, KLX, he's all class. He's all class out on track, absolutely. Even off track as well. He's a hell of a bloke. Never gets outside of himself and keeps it clean all round. So Marty B, take it away. He's going down the straight right now.
He sure is. Flicked up in DRS, and of course, as ever, it is time to buckle up and neck up your Pelicans down the long straight of Mexico. We are going to go into turn 1. There's a few cars out the front as well on the left-hand side, all over the curb. You've got to make sure you get the right turn and watch out the sausage curbs into 1, 2, and 3. You can cut them if you like. This is that double dose. He's going to get a slipstream from the car in front, flicks it open. 60% battery already. It is burning up a storm. Under Rolex we go now into the technical section of 4, 5, and 6. This is where you've really got to get it right and set yourself up for the middle sector. Use the curb on the exit. Perfect. Green light flashing on the left. No one is in front at this stage. He's got a wee bit of a clear track in Alpine a bit further up the line, but this is the S's where it makes all of the difference. Under the crypto sign, cut the corner over the curb. He's going to take it nice and easy through the left-hander as well. It is flat. Is he going to lift? He does not lift it. It's flat out into the third DRS zone. Down towards the stadium we go. Turn number 12. You've got to get this right too. All of the apron on the entry and all of the curb on the exit. Absolutely stunning into that little wee hairpin that we do not like into the stadium, but we'll try not to jinx him. All of the curb as well on the entry through Pirelli. Beautiful signs, yellow all the way across the line. He's going to cut it nice and short, and across he goes into P4. That's a 15.9. What a banger from KLX. Broseph, that is a Marty B hot lap, my friend.
Beautiful stuff, Marty B. As usual, fantastic to hear that hot lap around Mexico, and KLX there just putting himself in P4. The Mercedes there, it's only just under a 10th.5 under P1, so there's absolutely nothing.
God, there's nothing.
Splitting the top 4 at the moment. Yeah, it was the same last. Well, Marty, you were about the same distance, about 1.3 tenths away from P1. So looks like we're getting a bit of a repeat performance here from the top blokes, and then down to Chilpill and P5. There's about 3 tenths from P1. And then there is a little gap separating probably. Oh, hang on, let me get this right here. Yeah,
it sort of goes from P5 to P6, doesn't it? There's about 3 tenths P5 to P6, and then there's a bit of a gaggle after that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not much between 7 and 8, and then between 9 and 10 there's a little gap there. So there is some time to make up for these drivers. We've got Luke in P15 at the moment. The only Haas driver, unfortunately, we had a laid out that was secret. Unfortunately, not sure what happened with him, but AlphaTauri driver Tyler was replaced by Santa tonight. Unfortunately, again, came down with a sickness, Tyler, so really not feeling well, and I know what that's like. I had it last week and had to miss a race, so hope he feels better soon and gets back out there for the boys.
Absolutely. I think we can probably call him disturbed because he's down with the sickness, unfortunately, so not good for that bloke, but nice to see Alan Santa out there on the mids, down in P16 in the AlphaTauri at this stage. They're all in the box. The track is quiet. Who is the AlphaTauri? That is, funnily enough, that is the magic man, the Alan Santa himself, who has got the entire track to himself. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do, actually. I know Alan Santa, he races in that weird, I'm sure we've all seen it in the incident reports or in any footage that he's posted. Somehow, Santa races behind the car. All of us race on either like halo view or cockpit view or something. He races where he can see his entire beautiful AlphaTauri car. I don't know how he does it.
Third person view.
It is like a third person. He is seeing himself from the back end. It's weird. Yeah. I don't understand.
He's actually gone out it looks like he's going to give his teammate a tow. So Mertz is coming out behind him, and Santa being the tier 2 reserve stepping up for his team, obviously just mentioning Tyler out. Tyler actually still sitting himself quite nicely in the overalls for Tier 1. Tyler's currently sitting in P6 at the moment on 28 points, so missing the last couple of rounds. Hopefully he won't drop too far, but if Santa can give Mertz a bit of a tow here, that'll help Mertz's chances of getting up maybe into the top 10. He's currently sitting on a 17-1, which is pretty quick. I know Mertz has gone quicker this week. He's actually done a fair bit of practice, and yeah, I'm expecting him to at least finish this weekend, so best of luck to the AlphaTauri boys out there, obviously.
Yeah, now, I was thinking about Mertz the other night. We've watched him grow up before our very eyes, Broseph, haven't we? Much like many of the boys out there. Mertz, he started a few seasons ago and was very... he was Mertz, which we love very much.
You know?
Yeah, but you know,
yeah,
I mean,
that's not
now,
a bad thing. That's just
no, it's not.
That is what it is. That's nature's way. You know?
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. He has given his teammate a tow down the straight there, which hopefully should actually help Mertz. Let's just sit with Mertz. I'm going to see how he goes. There is a lot of cars, a lot of traffic.
Oh boy!
Beautiful view from the cameras there. A lot of traffic. Purple first sector for Mertz. I'll tell you what, that AlphaTauri is on fire. And that tow has helped him no end. It really
Absolutely.
has. Oh my goodness. So we'll just sit with Mertz.
Will the practice pay off? It looks like the Alpine is not getting out of his way, so that might be a little bit of a quali block there. We'll see if it disturbs Mertz too much, but the rest of the cars are getting out of his way as he goes through the S-bends at the moment. Just going turns 10
nearly,
and 11.
Oh, he nearly invalidated there, but there was a car parked on the inside of the corner. Will that put him off? No, Mertz goes fantastic into the stadium section now. Turn 13, that's that horrible hairpin. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh, a bit of a squiggle.
Oh, got a little bit squiggly, but that's all right.
How did he not invalidate?
And turn 17, and Mertz will improve. Puts himself up in a P10 with a 16.9.
That's a good lap. That's a good lap from Mertz. I mean, it's a long race, 36 laps. And I don't want to say the words, but those two words with the Burt Mylander at the wheel could be a possibility, and strategy's going to come in. I know the hards were garbage last night, Broseph. I think you jumped on late to the meds, didn't you? How dare I?
Well, I love the hard tyres. I know most people think they're absolutely rubbish around Mexico, but for some reason I do just get the best out of them. For whatever, I don't know, it might be a psychological thing. I've always had a bit of an affiliation for the hards.
100% you have.
For some reason.
For seasons now, for maybe 3 or 4 seasons,
yeah,
Bruce. If you've been into the hard tyres. I mean, I know you love to get a hard on, so... You know, everybody's a big fan of getting a hard on, and that's just what seems to work for you. So, what a banger!
Yeah, I did have my fuck. Let me get this right.
Crikey!
That's FARK. That's all right. That's how we get away with these things.
It's the spelling. It's all about the spelling.
It is. It's exactly my metabolic age. I had taken when I was 36 and I was 21. They told me. So yeah, very. Anyway, we're getting off track here, but quality.
That's how we roll, Broseph.
No, Websy goes up in a P1.
Websy goes up 15.6.
Holy!
Oh my!
That's amazing.
Crikey!
Mercy's still going. It looks like.
Where is
Mercy's just coming over the finish line now, but he's not going to improve. He's going to stay with a 16.4 at the moment in P8, but Websy absolutely steals P1. That's pole for McLaren. Got to be happy with that. That is pole.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Shawnee unfortunately down with a 16.7, which is still an admirable lap, Broseph. A 16.7 was bloody pole last night, and you look, that's P12 with these blokes. Incredible. That is ridiculous. A second and change. Is what pole is now. 15, that is just... This is going to be a banger. I don't even know if I've got words. This is going to be a banger. Yep. All right.
So what was it? It was a second covering the top...
top 11, 11 down to Toddy.
Top 11. So Toddy has... It's good to see Toddy up in, close to the top 10. I'd like to see Toddy get a good run today and get a big bag of points. He only ended up with 1 point last weekend, but he is on the board.
Of course, he had
is on the board,
had the issue at Portimao where he sort of he was running for a podium, and he had the issue with I forget who that was now, but I think he deserves something. I had a run-in with him last season at I think it was Monaco, going up the hill, and ever since then I've got a new respect for Toddy because he was super nice about it, apologised immediately, and I've chatted to the guy ever since. So shout out to you, Toddy, for listening to the stream. Good luck for tonight, mate. Red Bull deserves nice things. So
I think it was
go.
the reserve Frosty. Toddy may have had a run-in with last weekend, but yeah. So lights out. Will be soon. There'll be no formation lap this evening, so the blokes will be getting away in racing as soon as the lights go out here, Marty. So
look at the crowd; they're loving it.
Oh, mate, there you can see the bloke in red there. Look, puts his arm down, gets the salsa, brings it up to the mouth, then throws his arm up. Woo! He loves it.
He's into
Big
it,
chip of
as.
salsa, lots of cheese, dribbling down his shirt. He's all right. He's got a spare one in the bag.
Oh, there's that one guy up the top who's just more enthusiastic than everybody else. Amazing.
He's standing up. Yeah, but he's got this woman behind him cheering him on too.
Shit, look at her go. I bet they're just friends, But back. He wants more than friends, but she doesn't. I bet that's what the case is.
Could be. Look, they're all like having a sip and then throwing their arms up in the air. They're having a great. All right, here we go.
This is all yours, bro. So go for it, mate. Go for it.
5 lights. They're out. We're off and racing. They didn't hold them at all. Looks like Webbsy got off to a pretty good start in P1, but he's going to be challenged by the Ferraris. So it looks like Yusuf might be getting him on the inside. It's a tough one starting here at Mexico and pole. It never really gives you the advantage, but if you can get turn 3 on the inside, that might just work for you. It looks like we've got the other Ferrari up on the inside. Broke Vegan up in a P1. Absolutely fantastic move there. Webbsy gets pushed wide. Looks like the rest of them are really holding. It looks like Suts might be having some issues. He's back down to P7.
There's a car on the wall.
Sean is out. He's having the worst luck, that bloke.
That's got to be a safety car.
That was on the straight. Maybe Luke got caught up there as well. Santa maybe. But Shawnee, his night is over. Toddy gets a 5-second penalty for cutting a corner there, so he gained a place. He'll be looking to serve that one as quickly as possible, and it's a virtual safety car, Marty.
It's going to go full safety car. I can see Bert Mylander, the yellow dot on the screen, pulling out of the pit lane. That is full safety car. Let's have a look at the tyres. We've got intervals. Let's go to, where is the tyres? There it is. So it is ISO and Rhino on the soft. I just wonder whether softs was the answer. I went med hards and I just couldn't fire the hards up in the second stint of the race. So it is meds down to 7. Then it is hard med soft. Isign Run is going to make the most of those. He's going to run. I wonder whether he runs long, to be honest. Broseph, I wonder whether 15 laps on the softs is the way to go, and then you sort of do 21 on the meds. That could be the guts. There's the pit strategies or possible race strategies on the board there for the viewers. Extinct is in the pits. Who have we got? We've got Extinct, we've got Chill Pill, we've got It's Toddy. There's a few cars boxing.
5-second penalty. Yep, and he's got a Toddy behind him. Absolutely getting held up there behind his teammate. Had to serve a 5-second penalty.
Double stack.
I think Chill Pill had to give some positions back, and you know what the game's like. He would have got caught up in that, unfortunately. Got a 5-second penalty. Yep. So just the start we didn't want. Lap 1, obviously, this has happened. I'm pretty sure, every tier this weekend we've had an issue just on lap 1. So it's unfortunate that the boys couldn't get through clean and Shawnee's race is over. Yeah, man, I really feel for Shawnee because he just hadn't been able to get a clean run. Yeah, it's your team too, Marty, so I'm sure you can feel Shawnee's pain at the moment.
Oh, that's no good. It's I don't really know what happened there. I think he got touched maybe in the first sort of sector there. We were on board with somebody. We got a rear wing view of what actually happened, but I couldn't really. It'd just be speculation. We'll wait for the stewards to have a look at that. In this case, it'll be me that has to look at that, being tier 1. Just unfortunate.
Being head steward, Marty.
100%. Yep, it's been a tough week. For the stewards, obviously after last weekend there was over 20 reports, and it was a wee bit messy. So hopefully this week isn't as bad. It's not so bad flowing in so far. There's only a half a dozen or something for each tier, but On with the show we go, I guess. We can only hope that it can be clean. Imagine if there was no reports in 1 week. Imagine that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's happened.
I'm sure it's happened.
Maybe one per season. You'd be lucky to get away with that. But so interesting. Look, this would probably favour the soft runners at the moment. So Ice-Iron Rhino gets to save a little bit, of his grip on those softs, and gets to run a few laps under safety car. So he will extend the softs a little bit there, you'd imagine, which would be nice for him. You've got Mercy, as you said, and Roscoe on the hards. So they will absolutely go long and sitting in pretty good position there. P6 and P7. And you've got Extinct Body, P14, the Alpine. He's put on the soft tyres. And obviously, I think it's from P12 down. They've all had to pit there, whether it's changing wings, tyres or serving penalties. Probably not a bad thing for Toddy to serve that 5-second penalty there under the safety car. Yeah,
I mean, there could be another late safety car. If that's the way this race is going to go so far, it looks like a lot of aggression out there. The soft for Extinct is an interesting choice. He is definitely obviously on the two-stopper. I think he started on the... I feel like he started on the hards, but I'm not entirely sure.
Buster will let us know in the chat. Shout out to Buster. That's obviously he's the team principal for Alpine, so we'll let us know what Extinct Body started on. That'd be nice. Shout out to Parzival as well, the team principal for Ferrari in the chat. He's absolutely loving seeing his GOAT drivers in Tier 1. They've been having a really good time of it, apart from last weekend, of course, at home track in Monza. I think Yusuf was the best, finishing P11 there, and unfortunately Vegan was a DNF, so they'll be looking to replicate, round 2 in Portimao, when they absolutely dominated and had a really good run in Spain as well in round 1.
Yeah, absolutely. They really, really did. So looks like safety car is in this time around. They are green already on the final turn, 17. Let's go down the main straight. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Websy and the Scuderia Subway sandwich up the front there. So he has been done by Yusuf down the straight, I imagine, and Yusuf might be burning. Tell you what, Websy's got a fair amount of battery still on board. The two Ferraris have used a fair bit to get in front, but through the first sector we go. I think you don't want to be the leading car. I was the lead car at about lap 25 or something in a DRS train. I was in P3, and that's not where you want to be. Realistically, you want to be behind, saving the ARS and just being towed along by the faster guys in front of you. So I think Websy might be in a good position here.
Yep, it's a fantastic restart, and I think Websy is good position. Of course, you don't want to let the Ferraris skip away. If they do, they will absolutely work together to break away from this field. So if Websy can just stick on the back of Yusuf, of course, KLX in the Mercedes in P4 on the back of Websy is about 7.5 tenths off the back of the McLaren at the moment. So I think he'll be able to stick around. And Wicked Vicky really trying to hang on to the back of KLX in P5 and the Alfa Romeo. Mercy is there on the hards. Of course, he really needs to stick to the back of that group on the hard tyres. If those medium runs get away, it'll be really hard for Mercy to keep clear of Roscoe. And Ice-Iron Rhino, especially on those softs, will be pushing Roscoe around the track, you'd say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sitting with Scotty at the moment, Scotty793, who we did have in the chat earlier. Not a big fan of this track, apparently, but he's doing okay so far. The Williams P14, he is just behind Alan Santa and Extinct. I tell you what, Extinct on those softs, if Alan Santa and Scotty can let Extinct just drag them along, that's going to be fantastic. 2 laps after the safety car is when DRS does get engaged, and these guys are going to be waiting. Getting super close there, a bit of a moment from Santa. They're going to be waiting for that DRS to be engaged so that they can flick open the rear wing and just make the most of those meds, because the meds will do about 15 round here relatively safely, so they're going to run late to stop for these guys as well down the bottom of the field. Mertz sitting in P10. Let's watch out for him on the hards, 4-lap old tyres. What can you see?
I'm just on board with Scotty as well at the moment, and it was Alan Sander got a little bit squiggly, but then Scotty followed him with a squiggle of his own as they head into turn 7 at the moment and into the centre S-bends. So I'd imagine that Scotty with a pretty good run on the back of the AlphaTauri here, and looks like he is. Will be keeping the pressure on Alan Sander as they head into under the grandstand and to start lap number 6. And it looks like Santa is out of DRS, so Scotty will make quick work of him, you'd imagine, through here. We'll stay on board with Scotty at the moment because I think that's where the biggest chance is. And Santa just getting loose in the rear end there, really struggling for grip. And we've got Scotty up on the inside. He's going to get a nice run here, full of DRS, and he will put Santa into P14.
I think we'll find DRS isn't actually activated yet until after turn 11. I think it is, Brosa, but you're right. It is engaged this lap. But Scotty's made the most of that. He's going to try and catch up to Extinct Body, who's on the softs. If Scotty can make up some time and let Extinct drag him through the field, Extinct's making some moves. Let's have a look up here as well. Extinct, Chilpill and Mertz, P10, 11 and 12 down towards this tricky part of the racetrack, going side by side. This is a fantastic view, side by side of Chilpill and Mertz down towards the double right-hander. Heading towards the S's. That's fantastic racing. Enough space left for these blokes. That is good racing. Shout out to Mertz. By crikey, top 10. Let's go.
That was hard racing, no doubt about it. I can give you a bit of insight. Red Bull. Oh, and Mertz is off. He spun. He just needs to gather himself. There's no damage, but he'll just have to regain himself there. That was unfortunate because it was really good fighting there with the Red Bull. And I was just going to say a bit of insight pre-race. There was a bit of back and forth between AlphaTauri and Red Bull in the team chat. So that was a bit of fighting on track there. It was great to see, but unfortunate Mertz had the spin. Let's hope he can regain himself and himself into contention for some points.
Yeah, no, I hope. I'm so sorry, Mertz, if that's a commentator's curse. I just don't like it. I'm so sorry. But anyway, it was nice to watch. I don't know if Mertz watches the stream or not while he's racing. I know some of the blokes out there do, so shout out to all those watching. I hope you're enjoying the show. And I guess we'll just try not to get the old curse going if we can help it. Websy and P3 sitting up there still with the two Ferraris. Now, what's happened? Broke Vegan seems to have dropped back from Yusuf. We all know Yusuf is basically the new prince. He's got some absolutely rapid pace in that car, but he has dropped back to 2.6 behind now for Broke Vegan. Websy and behind KLX. I'll tell you what, there is, right down to Roscoe Arm and P8, there is nothing in it. It is a DRS train. It is a Broke Vegan DRS train. So they're going to be switching and mixing and matching the two Aston Martins of Ice Iron Rhino and Mercy. Side by side goes Websy
and Broke Vegan absolutely fighting it out as they go through turn 13 and 14, 15 under the grandstand here, under the Pirelli sign into 16 and 17 as they come around. It looks like Websy got the job done there, but I think Broke Vegan's going to come back at him here, Marty.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right move for Websy, to be honest. Ice Iron Rhino's out. Rhino's out. That's a safety car.
Yep.
Where's that?
That's the final corner, the final turn, 16. So that's
going to bring
Mertz back into it, and it's a 5-second collision for Extinct, who must have hit him coming into the pits.
Oh, look, there's carbon fibre everywhere. They have cleared the car off the track very, very quickly, but the pieces of carbon fibre are still left. Mertz is boxing. So is Extinct. It's got to be Meds. It's Meds for Extinct. It's got to be Meds. It's got to be Meds for Mertz. Meds from now. Yeah. As he started on the hard, so that could actually work into Mertz's favour. I wish I'd have gone Meds more last night, but I guess it is what it is. Eh?
Yusuf won't be happy with that. He absolutely built a nice little lead there on those mediums, and they're going to do 8 laps after they come around here, so interesting to see what the lead is going to do. Marty, what do you reckon?
I think, I'll tell you who might be sitting pretty here is Mercy and Roscoe. Possibly even Chilpill in 6, 7, and 9. They're on the hards, excuse me, but I don't know. I mean, we're going to do 2 under safety car, aren't we? Maybe. So by the time they get around, it's going to be 1, 2, maybe even 3, 2.5, 3 laps under the safety car. Those meds are going to be 10 laps old. But we have already had a stoppage so far. So, I mean, did the meds run long? Mercy and Roscoe, they could almost just finish the race on those. Yusuf is in,
Websy's following, and so is Vegan. Yep, so the teammate Ferrari, they might double stack here. It might hurt him. And, KLX jumps Vegan, who was absolutely stalling in pit lane, and Broke Vegan just said, I'm going to catch you napping, mate, up in the P3.
He did. That is such a thing, to jump someone in the pit lane, isn't it? We've seen it before, and we will see it again, and there it is. It's just...
no, Luke's got a 5-second collision. It must have been coming into pit lane, maybe.
Must have been. There is a gaggle of cars.
So, hopefully not too much damage there for Luke. He didn't get a wing change, so he didn't change his wing to change. Inside joke for those who know.
If you know, you know.
We'll have to see if Luke will have to come around and change that wing. Look, maybe under 5-second penalty, you got to think it was major damage.
Oh, I mean, you've got to think so. For the game to give him a penalty, it's got to be some sort of major damage, maybe a wing change. Hopefully not rear wing damage for the car that he did hit. Can we just look at the tower? Webbsy was just in P3, was he not? How is he now net P6?
Oh.
And Broke Vegan is now net P5.
So
right?
Santa has stayed out.
He has.
Playing
Shout
track
out.
position here. Yeah, shout out to
Shout out.
Alan Santa in Tier 1.
So,
But Webbsy, I imagine, let me think about this. So Yusuf went in first, Broke Vegan got held up behind him. So if the McLaren pitted, maybe he had to wait for Yusuf to come out, and then Broke Vegan... I'm assuming he got held up in pit lane. That's the only thing I can think of. With the cars... I don't know.
That's all it could be. He's been held up by other cars exiting the pit lane. Or entering. Either entering or exiting the pit lane. He had no penalties.
So
that's unfortunate. That's kind of ripped off. Which we can't really call that a glitch, because that would happen in real life if somebody was going past. You can't unsafely release the car, so that's fine. But that just puts another spanner in the works. Meds for Webbsy, meds for Mercy, meds for Santa. Still 9 laps. Those are the tyres that he started on. I think his Santa boxed. We're at lap 10, but his meds have done 9. Does that mean he boxed? Did Santa box on the first lap? No? I think I know we're lap 10. Sorry, no, that's right. No, never mind. Don't worry about Marty B. Don't worry about it. My maths is terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
All good. So Santa has stayed out. Yeah.
He has stayed out. Pitted. On the tyres that he started on, which, I mean, we've had 2 safety cars, so realistically those tyres are maybe 6 laps old at race pace.
Goodness. So Santa, the restart's going to be interesting. He's really... And Extinct Body should catch up here, so I'd imagine we get going. Of course, on Friday night, we had a couple of safety cars, 3 of them, in fact, and Tetris, 1 restart. The safety car came in on turn 16. It gave us the warning. Like right before you put your foot down to plant it, and Tetris had to back the field up a little bit to let the safety car in, because it was such a late call. But I imagine we're going to get the safety car in now, because it looks like Extinct Body is just catching up. So Santa, he's going to get eaten up, I'd say. Oh man, probably down the straight if he doesn't burn all of his ERS. And he'll have to pick the opportune time here, because the cars behind him are going to have to grip. He's going to have to put his foot down on the straight. That's his best chance of getting away, Marty. What do you reckon? Yeah,
I mean, turn 17, to be honest, on older tyres is not the place to try and get a jump. So he's going to be holding it up maybe until the straight, until right before the start finish. He's going to try and catch them napping. But we are going to sit, I tell you what, on board with KLX, and Santa has gone.
Santa's had a bit of a loose end in the rear.
That's what we were just saying. It's not the place. I tell you what, he's made it work, though, isn't he? Is he going to get done by Yusuf? He's not, because Yusuf is going to wait. He is burning up a storm.
Well played, Santa. Well played.
Well played. I'm not sure if that's...
That car, I tell you.
I don't know if that's the internet or...
Might be a warning for Yusuf on the outside, overtaking there, but Santa has been gobbled up. And
what happened to KLX there? I think KLX may have got an illegal overtake there for some reason. Who's there? This is a beautiful view over the rear of KLX. Into the lead goes KLX. Yusuf gets a 5-second gained. 1 place. It's all to play for.
Vegan. Mercy on the outside. He's getting his pods a little bit dented there, you'd have to say, but the boys are really scrapping it out. Chill pill. And Santa picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's fallen back down into P8.
Santa glitches, I think, off track.
Of the Santa's around.
He sure is. There's a car in front. Who's that? Someone's trying to give him the place back. It's Suts.
That's so unfortunate for the boys back there. But under the stand, Marty, it's getting a little bit hectic. You've got Extinct, Scotty, Roscoe, Aussie 2K Goat, and Broke Vegan in front of them at the moment.
Yeah, it's getting a wee bit... Who's that into the box? That is Roscoe. He has He's lost his Roscoe legs outside the car, so he's going to be boxing. It might be a wing change. I might just sit on board with this for a second as the rest of the field does sort itself out. So it is meds. Is it a wing change?
Vegan, if you don't mind.
It is a wing change. Yes. Let's have a look. Oh, down to the first sector.
Vegan. Yep, turn 2 and 3. Vegan's going to have to take that nice and tight, and Extinct's going to get a nice run on the back of the Ferrari here. So Extinct body.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, look at the state of it.
Might hold this inside line here. Yep. Oh, but absolutely sends it, and Broke Vegan sends it with him. So they're going to stay side by side around here, and Extinct gets the job done.
He's going to get done by the Williams as well.
Absolutely up into P9. Those blokes napping as they go around turns, what's that, 6 and 7? 6.
Oh, it's Toddy sends it on Broke Vegan as well, puts him wide. That was a heck of a move from Toddy. That was balls to the wall is what that was. So he's burning up a storm. He has left Luke and Broke Vegan in his dust. I think that was just beautiful racing from where I saw anyway. I'm sure we'll see it in the stewards room afterwards if there was anything not quite right there, but the battle seems to be at the front. DRS is enabled. This is turning out to be a banger, Bryce. If it's a banger.
Man, that was
classic.
That's some high stakes stuff through there. I'll tell you what, if you were a couple of tenths off the pace, going through sectors, the end of sector 1 and all of pretty much sector 2 coming into the castle, if you're a little bit off the pace there, you are absolutely getting gobbled up. If there's a slight chance that the car can get on the inside and get a sniff of an overtake, boys are sending it, and it looks like there's enough room being given the majority of the time. There's a couple of argy-bargy things going on, and I'd imagine some track limit penalties will be coming into play. You see maybe it's Toddy and Luke have got a couple in P11 and P12, but there's a bit of a scrap happening here. Mercy up in the back of Websy looking for his first podium in Tier 1.
Yeah, that's where we're looking. We're looking at Mercy at the moment. Websy went a wee bit wide there in turn, exit of turn 5, I think it was. Off the track, I'm not sure if he passed Mercy off the track or not, but I'm sure we'll see that as well. What a beautiful view from the camera coming down towards the stadium section now of turn 12s and 13. 13's the tricky one. You've got to get your braking point just right. Websy is all over KLX. This is a fantastic view. I hope the viewers, the watchers on Twitch, are loving this view from the camera. It's just looking beautiful down the main straight. Yusuf, I think he's a penalty. Let's have a wee bit of a look at Yusuf. The penalties.
He's got a 5-second penalty, Yusuf.
That was collision, right?
A collision. I don't remember.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, that was gaining one place off the track, is what that was. He might look to get that removed. Depends on the restart. Yes, depends if he's avoiding contact there. Then it's possibly okay to get that removed. But I'm sure we'll see what happens in the admin as we go.
Websy, a nice run there on the back of the Ferrari, but thinks better of it. He's just going to tuck in behind him, get a nice tow as they come into turn 5 and 6 here. Nice little section of corners here. I really enjoy this one. You just got to get on the power at the right time, otherwise you will go around like we saw the letter P, unfortunately, for Alfa Romeo yesterday. Shout out to the P. He's doing his best out there. He's new to league racing. He's got the pace, but he's just trying to get his craft under control there. But so back to the racing here. We've got Chill Pill in P5 at the moment in Red Bull, doing a great job. Wicked Vicky as well in P6. You've got to say he's at a great start to the season in T1. Sitting in It's about P10 with 18 points at the moment. Wicked Vicky overall.
Yeah, I think something's happened to Scotty as well. Scotty's on the 6-lap hards. I think he just lost a couple of positions there. Might have been the DRS zone. But we'll sit with the Williams just at the moment on the 6-lap hards. Those meds are going to go off about 15. What have we got left? We've got 16, 17 to go. KLX and Websy, KLX and Yusuf fighting up the front as well. Let's just see what happens here. Websy in the hunt. Mercy, the Tier 2 champion, is in the hunt as well as Chill Pill. Wicked Vicky dropping back a wee bit Aussie 2K.
Sorry. Scotty would have just absolutely made his undies brown. I was sitting on board with Scotty and Toddy. He's loose, and Toddy's internet is having a little few issues there, and Scotty looked like he, Toddy's car morphed in front of Scotty and would have had the absolute bejesus scared out of him. And Scotty just held his position like a G and got the move done. So, yeah, shout out to Scotty. And I think his race is probably going to schedule for Scotty. He hates Mexico. He's on the hards. He's sitting in P11 at the moment. He's got a bloke in front of him with a stack full of pens. So, Scotty, he's in P10 at the moment, really, and sitting in a pretty good place, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, he is a little bit outside DRS, though. Those hards, I'm just going to go back and say I did not like the hards around here. I don't know how you get them fired up like you do. That is just one of your many, many skills, of course, Broseph. But I can't do it, man. I need the grip. I don't mind running lower wings, but I need the grip. So it is what it is. Luke on the back of Mertz at the moment down the main straight, half a tenth behind. He's going to probably, yep, there he goes. He's going to whack on the overtake button and open up DRS like a windmill in the rear of the car, as we know, is the way that it seems to happen down the inside into turn number 1 up to P9 goes Luke in the Haas. So a good showing from that bloke, watching out for those sausage curbs as well.
Absolutely. Luke, he's really put the pressure on those cars that were behind him, Toddy and Mertz, and he's got 2 overtakes in 2 laps. So, as you said, Luke in the Haas up into P9, looking really strong on those 7-lap-old mediums. He has got a few time penalties. He should be able to serve 1 in pit, which will hurt him. But he's got the pace today, no doubt about it.
Yeah, can I just say, for some reason, Broke Vegan's got inters on. Is anyone else seeing that, or is it a glitch? Or
He was struggling.
Yep. That's a weird choice.
Well, I mean, it's one way to throw your race away. But look, it could be a glitch. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the team is just thrown on the wrong tyres there. But his day might be done.
I think it well could be. And the Scuderia Ferrari have got a car at either end of the field. So Broke Vegan, of course, is very, very rapid in himself, and we all know this. So. Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say possibly that might be AI, judging by the movement of the steering wheel.
Sorry, into turn 1 and 2. Yep. Websy up into P2. Fantastic little manoeuvre there to get in front of the Mercedes, and Calix has picked up a 3-second time penalty. So
he has too.
That's going to come into play, no doubt about it. If the guys around him can keep it clean, like the likes of Mercy, he'll be on for a podium, and even get away with another sneaky podium. Yeah,
tell you what, even if Wicked Vicky can run long on those hards, he could be well in for a podium as well. Yusuf on the 8-lap hards, I mean, what have we got left? 20 laps. They've done 20 laps left. They've done 8. They're not going to be that flash, are they? To be honest, nobody's tyres are going to be flash. And I think this next pit stop, which is probably going to be mid-20s, about lap 24, 25, I imagine, could be the turning point as to who goes on to what. Softs are so powerful around here. If you can get them fired up early for 10 laps, if you can make them last. Although,
if you think about yesterday's race with Mehdi, who went long on the hards and then opted for the softs, and he gave, I think it was Matty AU, he gave about a 9-second gap out in front to him, and Mehdi couldn't chase him down on the soft. So they are quick, but are they quick enough to make up that kind of a gap if you go long on the hards?
Well, I think if you can make the gap to start with, then as they start to drop off the cliff, you can just maintain that gap. Because, of course, the cars behind you, if they're on a harder compound, their tyres are also going to be both slow and wearing off as well. So you've just got to make that buffer nice and early, make the most of the soft. You know what I mean? In the first maybe 3 or 5 laps. So, and that's what happened to me. I went from P3 down to P7 on the soft runners, and it's not as if they were pulling away. They were only about 3 or 4 seconds in front. But I just couldn't make the gap because both their tyres were going off and so were mine. So I think if you can just make the most of the fresh tyres early on, then away you go. As we see Websy out in front by about 4 tenths now, so he's going to get done by Yusuf and Calix as well. I think probably on the main straight. These guys are just switching positions. That could well have been a penalty, a warning there for Websy. But we've got a caution. Is that Toddy? It is Toddy.
It is.
He nearly takes out Suts in the Alpine going past in the S's. That is turn 10. The DRS zone. Crikey Dickens, that was close.
So,
unlucky.
Yeah, Toddy and Scotty have been scrapped in the last few laps, as we saw. And also Luke and Mertz are still going back and forth. Mertz is up into P9, but Luke looks like he's got a pretty good run on the back of the AlphaTauri. Opens up the DRS. Let's see if Luke can gain this advantage here coming into turn 1. Mertz is going to hug the inside. Luke is absolutely going to go by him here. Oh, Mertz gives him a squeeze.
God, typical Mertz squeeze.
Yeah, typical Mertz squeeze.
For the switchback,
Reminds me of Alan Santa. Sorry, not Alan Santa. It reminds me of Wayno. Shout out to Wayno yesterday, who I did the same thing. I passed him going into turn 1 down the straight, and he basically rammed me sideways. And so, shout out to Wayno.
Oh, shout out to Wayno.
Rhino.
What a good guy. Wayno the Rhino. We did have a yellow flag there for a second. I'm not sure what that was, but the green lights are flashing back on track as we sit with Mertz in P10 and the Alpha Tauri through the Senna S's 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. A fantastic sequence of corners. If you can get it right and just stay on the power, it's a beautiful place to be. And then flick the DRS open and make it do all of the work. Mertz P10, shout out to you if you're listening into the stadium section. So up the field further, tell you who could be sitting nice as well as Chilpill. Chilpill in P5, he's just in behind Mercy is burning, so he's going to make the move now down to turn 1 as well as Mercy is also burning to try and stay out of the way. In the top 5, the battle seems to be on late on the brakes. Mercy he leaves him a little bit of room as they go side by side to the right-hander of 3. That's all. As Mercy has to run wider. I think he may have got squeezed a bit by Chilpill there, but the DRS does go wide open.
Yeah, it was a bit of a squeeze. Chilpill, I thought, had the right line there to get the move done. He went deep into turn 2 and squared it up nicely. So, nice little back and forth there between the Red Bull and the Aston. And as you said, Chilpill just having a nice little race there, continuing on from last week. Obviously, getting the win there for Red Bull and representing his team fairly nicely in the top 5.
Yeah, now just look at the tyres. 11 and 12 laps across the field, apart from Santa and P14 on the 19 lap. Mercy gets 3 seconds
up a 3-second
as well.
time penalty through the Senna bends there. Unfortunate. It was just the slightest little touch. And look, I saw Mercy pick up at least one warning fighting on lap 1. He looks like he may have got pushed a bit wide. So, look, he might be putting in a report to see if he can get that one back. But anyway, we'll see what happens in the race. Fantastic out here from the boys out in front anyway, regardless, Marty.
Oh, absolutely. Chilpill with the DRS train behind him. Let's just have a pop on and look at this bloke over the rear wing. He's got the Aston Martin and Mercy coming down the inside towards turn 1. He's just going to let him go, not even going to bother fighting that one because the DRS is so powerful down that main straight. It's about another 15 to 17 kilometres an hour more speed at the top end, so they're going to switch and mix and match their way through, and hopefully Mercy can actually pull Chilpill along. That's what he'd be hoping anyway.
Oh, Yusuf, he's going to wait. He's going to wait up into turn, coming into 5 and 6 at the moment. That's so Yusuf had a bit of a run there. Yeah, oh, sorry, yep.
Hang on, sorry.
A little bit late.
Then you're right, it's 6. It's actually, I'll tell you what, turn number 6, even though it's a double right-hander, it's classed as one corner. So down into 7 we go. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but looking
this
fantastic.
will be the point where the mediums will start to be running off here, Marty. You'd imagine they've done 12 laps on those, and you normally get about good 17 is about the limit that you'd want to go with those. And Roscoe picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate, but he is running in P15, and there's a lot of cars around him with time penalties. So those blokes will be hoping for another safety car.
I wonder if everybody's waiting for another safety car. 12 laps on hards, that's great. They'll do 20, but there's 15 laps to go. So another 15 on 13, that's 28 laps. Those hards are going to be garbage. So I wonder whether Webster's going to stop again.
Turn 1,
yeah, but
the Ferrari.
They're just going to they're going to switch though, aren't they? I mean, Yusuf's going to get the double dose, isn't he? Out of 3 into 4. But are they going to switch next lap again? And the more these guys fight, the more Chilpill and Mercy have a chance. But they're all the same bloody age tyres. Someone's going to box. So who's going to pull the trigger? That's the question. Who is going to pull the trigger and box onto probably another set of mids, I think is the way to go. Scotty gets done by Suts in P11 and 12 a bit further down the road. So these tyres they just can't last, can they?
If Webbsy boxes, I think, look, he's going to drop a fair way. I know there's a gap between P6 and P7, but he's going to fall to about P10, you'd imagine. Yeah.
Let's just have a look to gap to the leader. What's a pit stop around here? Pit stops, on average, it's about 20 seconds, isn't it? So 22, yep. So if Webbsy was to box now, that would put him P10 behind Mertz.
P11, something like that.
P11, somewhere around there. Or we've got a caution.
All we looks like there's a Ferrari, Vegan.
Broke Vegan.
Yeah, just letting those cars go. So Vegan's decided to throw on the hards, obviously, about 8 laps ago, and he's he's continuing to go out there. He's in P16. Of course, points go to P15, so maybe he's just hoping to collect a few points for his team at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a minute and 19 seconds down, so that's a few pit stops. But, I mean, if a safety car comes out, I don't think he can unlap himself.
That's his only hope.
That is his only hope. I mean, he's literally one place away from points. He does need DNFs, yes. Yeah. I mean, credit to Broke Vegan. Like, good on you, bro. If you're listening, shout out to you, man, for carrying on. It does look a little bit like he is in AI, if I'm honest, the way his throttle and brake is going. So let's just have a look on board. He might be AI. He may have already given up the ghost, judging by that. But that's okay. We'll keep an eye on that as the race continues. So Yusuf up 6/10 behind Websy. Those hards, they're going to be starting to be a little bit worn out. KLX dropped. Let's switch back to interval. So KLX 1.7. So outside DRS of Yusuf and, of course, Websy, who is trying to fight off Yusuf in P2 on the hards. Those meds are not going to be flash. He's definitely going to box again, as we've got 14 to go.
Speaking of boxing, Mertz has boxed. He's gone off those medium tyres and he's gone for a new set. So he's got 12, 13 laps to go on a brand new set of mediums, and let's see if he can make up that time. He's got his work cut out for him. Yeah,
that's the way to go. I think now, 15 laps for the top 10, for the top 12, 15 laps on those tyres. Fresh tyres are the way to go, man. They just really are. So I think if Websy, with KLX being 2.5 seconds behind Yusuf, let's just jump back and have a look at the leader. Mercy gets done by KLX. Oh, excuse me, crikey. Where are we? 20. So it's P9. Thank you. P9 now for Websy. If he was to box, he'd end up behind Luke. Sutz is dropping back. He's 26 seconds behind now. I just with 13 to go, 12.5 laps to go, I can't help but think another set of brand new meds is the way to go. But I mean, how much time do you make up in those 13 laps? You know, is it worth the gamble, or do you just sort of stay out and do the thing?
Yusuf picks up another time penalty, so he had the 5-second, and he's got
he's got 8 seconds now.
Yeah,
and Mercy's got 3. So does
he
KLX.
will serve.
Yep.
He'll serve 5 seconds in pit lane. You'd imagine he's not going to go long, is he?
I mean, is he?
Or can
it's not worth it.
You probably could do 26 laps on those huts.
It's not going to be great, though, is it?
At the end.
That's right. Would you want to?
No, surely they're going to box again. KLX absolutely scrapping with Mercy at the moment.
Yeah, we're just sitting on board with that now into the double dose DRS. So unlucky for Mercy, KLX gets to flick that button again. As I think Scotty gets done by Luke. Luke is in the pit lane. He is jumping onto the soft, and to go hard for 10. Be going for fastest lap as well, I imagine. A few penalties across the board as well, Broseph.
Oh, yeah. Look, they're going to come into play. So those drivers who haven't got any time penalties, like the likes of Scotty and Mertz, you think that's going to really help those blokes out if they can, just decrease the gap to the cars around them that'll come into play. Extinct Body up into P7 in the Alpine. He just got the move done on Aussie, who looks like he's struggling. He's lost that DRS gap to Extinct in P8 Aussie there. So he's just over a second out there. So he'll look to close that one and keep the pressure on the pack in front of him.
Oh, and Websy's in. It is box for Websy. He's got to go meds. Let's just stay with Websy at this stage. Is he going to go mids or softs?
So Chill Pill has followed Websy's lead there. So they've both gone in for the first guys. Let's see
he's
where
gone soft.
going to come out.
Yeah, Websy's gone soft.
He has.
Yes. That's the ticket. And on the pit exit, he goes P6. Still, that's not bad. I'll tell you what, if we just have a look at the... no. Let's have a look interval to the leader. He's only 20 seconds. This is going to come down to it. I mean, I'm not biased, but if I was, it's good to see a McLaren on soft tyres. He has got old tyres in front. He needs to make up, so he's got 10, so he needs to make up 2 seconds a lap. Is that right?
Look, the leaders are absolutely going to have to box here. Websy has pulled the trigger, and Yusuf, he's got to box, man. Mercy as well on the mediums. They're not going to go... I mean, you can get another 3 or 4 laps out of those if you really want to, but Mercy's got a box. You think he's got a box?
I mean, surely he's got to go soft. He's got to serve. Oh no, hang on. Who's got the penalty? It's Yusuf, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yusuf's got the. He needs the 5 seconds because that's 8 seconds. That'll put him down. Yeah. That's going to put him down to 5.
Car, I reckon.
But there's no cars. Or Websy's just gone purple middle. He is now. Websy's gained 2 seconds, 3 seconds. This lap he's got to gain 2 a lap. And I tell you what, he's on task. He's on task to do it. That's 2.5 seconds this lap as they warm up. He is burning it. He is on a mission.
He is. KLX just got the move done on Mercy up into, that was turn 1. He got the job done there. So those hard tyres coming into play here for KLX.
Yeah, let's just jump back. Sorry, we're not on tyres at the moment. Let's go back to tyres. Oh, man.
Webbsy's taken 3.5 seconds off the leader so far. Up into P5. Webbsy gets the move done on Extinct.
Yeah, that's 5 seconds.
On
5
softs.
seconds in one lap.
Aussie
Yes.
2K goat as well on softs.
So 10 to go.
And Luke.
Let's go.
So Mertz may have pulled the trigger at the right time here because he's gone back up to P10. And he's on the 4-lap old mediums, but it's... yeah. He's got Aussie 2K goat right behind him on fresh soft, so you'd imagine Aussie's going to make quick work of Mertz here.
Yeah, I think so. Coming through the centre S's now. Let's just have a look. We'll sit with Aussie 2K in the Mercedes. And what is Mertz going to do? Is he going to defend? Probably not, to be honest, because he's going to get done by DRS down towards the stadium section. And, I mean, a strange place there for Aussie to make that move done. To be honest, he probably... he probably should have waited for the main straight.
I think he's got the grip and the speed on those softs. I don't think Mertz... Oh, look, actually, Aussie hasn't got the greatest amount of battery left, so let's just see how this one plays out.
Now, Mertz is also burning. I mean, it might be okay.
Those softs.
That's just OP, aren't they? Yeah. That's just something else.
Go for the overtake, I reckon.
Yeah.
If he can do it. And Aussie, I think, is going to back his straight line speed as well. So, yeah, great move there from Aussie. Up into P10.
Yeah, Mertz is doing all right, though. If Mertz can stay with him, I'll tell you what, Aussie will actually tow him along on those softs.
Look at that fastest lap from Webbsy. 17.6 he's done. I think Medi did a 17.9 maybe yesterday, so that's bloody quick.
That is bloody quick. Up into P5, so to the leader, Webbsy, in the last 3 laps has gained almost 10 seconds, so that is more than he needs to do to make it work. And he is 3.7 behind Wicked Vicky. Gosh, those top runners. Mercy, how is he keeping that thing on the track? I just don't understand. On the 20-lap meds, good on you, Mercy. Good on you, bro. The penalties as well.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
They're going to go long.
They've got to now. I think it's too late.
Look, we have to stop doubting these Tier 1 drivers. KLX went a little bit wide there. We think they can't get the life out of these tyres.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Execute it. Like, almost every week, man. We're like, we don't know how they do it, but they do. Let's hope Mercy doesn't get a puncture. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, Mercy.
Oh, that's dangerous territory. Talking about that. All right. So the battle seems to be, let's just go interval. So the battle is actually still at the front. Scotty and the Williams in P9 on extremely old hards, the oldest tyres in the field except for Roscoe. The battle is on. He's going to get done by Mertz, I imagine, on the meds. Who are you sitting with?
I'm currently on board with Chill Pill at the moment, just going through the Center S's. He's trying to catch up to Extinct at the moment, who's had a really good race up in P6 and then 20-lap old hards, but you'd imagine Chill Pill's going to make up that time pretty easily.
Oh, you'd think so. 4-lap meds, 7 to go, 6 after this one. I think those meds are probably going to do the job for Chill Pill up into P6. He will likely move, and then he can follow Webbsy if he can. What can you see?
Well, just, I'm on board with Wicked Vicky and Webbsy, as you said, just goes past him there. But also Scotty and Mertz having a little bit of a battle going through the grandstand, and Mertz looks like he's got much better grip here on the inside of Scotty up into P9.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, we did call that about half a lap ago. So
Scotty's coming back. Scotty
he
got
is.
brilliant exit out wide there.
Doesn't quite get
Got
it done
some
though.
great straight line speed.
Mertz has got the DRS still though. So just putting a bit of pressure on him.
That's what was surprising. That Williams has got some really good speed.
I'll tell you what, Websy's just got Mercy as well. We missed that one. That must have been turn 4 or 5 somewhere. The grip of those softs, honestly, is just overpowered. And Websy's going to have a look as well.
P2.
Up into P2, on his way. And I'll tell you what, Yusuf's got that penalty as well. This could be it for Websy. This could be the thing.
Websy he's pulled the trigger at the right time, you've got to say, and he will skip away with this one.
Oh, I reckon he might. Let's have a look at the penalties. So,
no pens either for Websy.
No, nothing.
Honestly, this is going to be tutored to perfection if Websy pulls this one out. Look, he's had a couple of rough weeks, you got to say. Had a bit of a hard time in the stewards' room, and then of course last weekend with the I think it was a carryover pen or the pen that was on the day, but absolutely just put this one in the books today. And if it all goes to plan, he catches Yusuf, gets him done cleanly. Well done to Mr. McLaren there in Tier 1. Yeah,
I think he had that carryover penalty. It was a 5-second, I think, or something or other for something that carried over. Anyway, we won't talk about carryover penalties. No one likes those. So the battle further down, let's have a look as we go. Interval. Wicked Vicky is staying with Mercy. Mercy's tyres are 22 lap meds. That can't be great. Poor old Mercy. Like you say, man, we should stop downing these guys. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they get the life out of these tyres. They've got to be on 70%, surely after 22 laps, 70, 80% of wear. Actually, I am running the app. I can probably tell you, to be honest, if I just bring that up. Mercy, 61 on the meds. That's not bad. That's not a bad go, because that's a long time to be on those tyres. And he's really making it work. So, who are you sitting with? Where's the battles? Nope. It was Wicked Vicky. Oh, he does get Mercy.
Sorry.
No, you're right. You're right.
Just on board. Yeah, I was just on board with my teammate there, Alan Santa, who's in a Ferrari sandwich at the moment. He's following the race leader.
Alan Santa. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, he's in a Ferrari Subway. The right place to be. A
Ferrari Subway.
A Ferrari Subway sandwich. Oh, okay. So it would be blue flags. And no, it wouldn't. Yeah, no, he's behind.
I think Broke Vegan got a blue flag. Sorry, a blue flag warning. Sorry. Got a slip there. One too many brownies this morning, mate. That's for sure.
Love it. Yeah. Poor old Alan Santa. I mean, he's had a bit of a hard time. I might go into it, but a little bit hard done by some questionable driving out there across all tiers. But it is what it is at this stage. Yusuf on 61% on the hards, which isn't actually too bad. Websies. Only 30% on the soft, which they'll be dropping off. I'll tell you what, they'll be dropping off pretty quick. So only 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for Websy now. 2.6. All he's got to do is be within 8 seconds of Yusuf, and that's it. That's all that matters. And KLX behind on the 24 lap hards.
Don't look now. Mercy up in a P4, got the job done on Wicked Vicky, and they're both on 24 lap old tyres. But of course, Mercy's on the mediums, and just stretching the absolute fabric out of those. Rubber out of those tyres, stretching the rubber very thin, and doing a great job out there. So if he can pick up, it looks like he'll finish in the top 5, Mercy. So outstanding performance if he can bring those tyres home.
Yeah, and just a bit of inside information. Luke in the Hassan P10 actually has rear wing damage, and P3 KLX has front wing damage. With those 24 laps, that's the problem there. It's just he's got both end plates, but it must be just ever so slight light green damage on that car. So that is unfortunate. Aston Martin and McLaren down P17 and P18. Are they still on AI? No, they've DNF'd. 2.25 second pit for Sats and P14. It's not looking too bad, but it's looking pretty good for Websy. I tell you what, if he wins on track, that's going to be a banger for him, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It'll be one of the most outstanding performances, really. Clutch. Webbsy, this will be an absolute clutch performance if he pulls this one off, and it looks like he will. He's got that interval down to 1.3 seconds and decreasing as we speak. So let's have a look at let's have a look at Webbsy get this job done, as he is reeling in that Ferrari, and Parzival will be biting his nails because one of his drivers is in P16 out of the points, but his current number one driver, who is in face in the overalls in Tier 1, that's Yusuf. He's done 25 laps. He's got just under 2.5 to go, and he will be holding on for dear life. But Webbsy in the McLaren, stellar performance today. He's just going to keep this in between track limits, and he'll get the Ferrari, you'd imagine, down the home straight. He's got the DRS open now, so letting that gap shorten, coming into 13, 12, 13, and 14 around here. This is the little squiggly part here, Marty. Gets it nice and straight. Yeah, beautiful executed. Round 16. And the McLaren pulls up to the back of the Ferrari as they go around turn 17, past the finish line. 2 laps to go here. And the McLaren, here we go.
Oh, straight down. Look at the speed of that thing. Look at him. He's just flashing his rear wing. We got that on stream. Webbsy, you cheeky bugger. That was like a wave. That was so good.
It was.
Oh, man. Good on you, Webbsy. Oh, shout out. That's amazing. 26 laps on the hards. I don't think Yusuf will have anything left in the tank.
So it's, Yusuf's probably done the right thing here, because he had the 5-second penalty, and if he served that and pitted as well, it would have cost him big time. So
yeah,
he's got the second, the 8-second gap to KLX, so he will hold on to P2. Wicked Vicky looks like he might steal the podium, and KLX is going to miss out here.
Yeah, only if KLX can stay. If Yusuf can keep KLX outside the 8-second gap, though. Oh, hang on, no, because of 3 seconds. Let's just do the quick maths there. 3 seconds, so. Mathematics, I can't do it.
My brain.
My brain can't handle it. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, here we go. All right. Yep. Okay. Anyway. Someone in chat, tell us what the results would be.
There you go. Jennifer's saying 5. So 5-second gap. So it looks like there's 9 seconds there. So I don't even know what's going to happen. But Yusuf is absolutely fighting Webbsy for the lead.
He is. It is on track. That's where it counts.
Wow.
It's the double dose.
So
let's have a look on board, Yusuf.
Here we go.
Webbsy is weaving his web of defense down into the left-hander of 4. On the inside goes Yusuf as well. They're going to go side by side. Outside the track limits goes Webbsy, comes back on, lets the little bit of a gap. They go still side by side, just leaving the space. I bet you Yusuf is trying to give Webbsy the 3-second penalty. It's going to be crikey. Yusuf has to go off track.
He's got to go wide.
He's got to. This is
amazing. He's got to tuck back in behind the McLaren.
Oh, he's got to tuck it. Oh, wee bit of oversteer.
Webbsy's got the run.
He's got the run. They are both running on fumes on battery as Webbsy does a wee bit of a weave to say thank you very much, sir. Into the stadium section we go. On the exit. Call it. Let's go. It is hopefully going to be McLaren. Look at the stadium go wild. The fireworks. It is Papaya across the line through Pirelli, the yellow section of turn number 17. It is Webbsy P1 here in Mexico in front of Yusuf. That was an absolute banger. I mean, like I say, mate, I'm not biased, but if I was, it's great to see McLaren on the top post of the podium. KLX gets put down to P4, Chilpill P5. Wicked Vicky hangs on to that podium, 28 laps on the hards. It's Toddy, gets a penalty as well, just to round things out. By crikey, that was a banger to finish.
Certainly was. Great call over the line there for Team Papaya. Of course, Webbsy executed that one. There was a masterstroke, genius performance there from the McLaren driver, and puts himself up into P1. First step on the podium there. So congratulations, Webbsy. Yusuf, of course, held on for P2 in the Ferrari. Those hard tyres would have been screaming. Mercy's tyres, 26 laps, was it, on the mediums?
So 28, mate, 28.
28, oh my goodness. Get out of here, Mercy. How dare you? 28. If I see you, I'll slap you for that. But I don't know how you didn't get a puncture. That was an amazing performance. So, yeah, well done, boys. Well done. Fabulous driving out there. Great spectacle.
Oh my goodness! I mean, just start off a wee bit scrappy and messy. As Scotty actually gets driver of the day according to the game. I mean, I think I know who my driver of the day is, but I'm not allowed to probably comment because it's a wee bit. It might be biased, so we'll have to wait for your choice on that. But
okay,
what a banger!
I mean, it was. Yeah.
So I'm just going to.
Are we in the right chat?
We should be Tier 1 Season 6 chat.
Yeah, let's jump in there.
No, we should be in there. That's where I started the chat from.
Oh, we are? We are?
We should be.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take a picture of this real quick. All right, let's just scroll down. So, man, gosh, that closed out well, didn't it? Websy, Yusuf, Wicked Vicky, Calix, and Chillpill, your top 5 from P9. Wicked Vicky went to P3. That's banger. Mercy, Extinct, Aussie, Mertz, and Luke, the top 10. Up from P16 to P9 was Mertz and the AlphaTauri with just a 2-stop theory there. Chillpill doing a 3-stop as well as Suts and Luke and Toddy.
Out of here, I think we're just in the.
Okay.
I think we're just in your party, Marty. So we'll
the old party, Marty.
Yeah, Marty's party. That's where it's at. Let me tell you, in Mexico.
That's where it's happening.
So we'll jump in the Tier 1 chat, and we'll be right back in a moment.
Oh, crap. Invite me. I've forgotten how to find it. Shit. I'm so bad at finding parties. Thank God you invited me.
That's all good.
All right.
All good. So we'll get the obviously the blokes who finished on the podium. We'll get them in for a bit of a chat. I'd love to speak to Websy, Yusuf, Wicked Vicky as well. P3, you got to say, really good drive there from the Alfa Romeo driver. He's had a pretty good start to the season, as I said before. He's sitting about P10 at the moment. So I'm sure he'll be happy with that result. Chillpill as well, up into P5, the Red Bull driver. Very consistent start to the season for him. He's currently in P3 overall on 38 points in the Tier 1 standing. So top 5 finish there will help his cause towards the end of the season. Extinct Body's best finish for the season for Alpine, P7 there. So Suts as well, P12 for Alpine. So Buster will be happy to see both of the boys scoring a few more points there in Tier 1. Aussie 2K Goat, P8 in the Mercedes. He's the team principal there. He'll be happy to see both of his drivers in the top 8. Mertz as well, P9 for the AlphaTauri driver. So Mertz happy to get on the board today, finish a race, stuff that in your face. Timmy, Luke in P10 there for Team Haas. Great race there, you got to say, especially with the damage there. So good points there. Scotty, P11, up from P18. So he had a fantastic race there. Probably heading the charts for driver of the day. Wicked Vicky, actually. I'll probably put my money on Vicky. He went from P9 up into P3, so he's probably got the points at the moment for driver of the day. Yeah, Roscoe had a bit of a tough one as well. Toddy as well, P14 for Toddy. A couple of more points there, but rough day in the office for Toddy as well in Tier 1. I'm sure at the end of the season he'll be more than happy to go to Tier 2, but it's all about finding your feet in Tier 1, Marty, especially if you're not used to how frenetic it can be out there. Of course, we've had a bit of experience with those bullets flying by you in the Tier 1 grid. It's there's nothing else that gets your heart started like that. I tell you what, almost had a few heart attacks myself on the grid before a few races. But I think we've got at least one of the boys in chat here, so we'll get started. It looks like we have, we'll start with Wicked Vicky. So P3, Alfa Romeo driver. Wicked Vicky, at the moment, mate, you're my driver of the day. We'll discuss a bit further after these conversations, but fantastic result there for you up on the podium, and just run us through your race there, mate.
Yeah, thank you so much for your driver of the day count. And talking about the race, let me start from quali. I didn't put a good lap in. And then I was like, I need to get lucky in lap 1, and unfortunately I got lucky and I was P5 after like 2 corners. Then the safety car came, and I was in P5 after in the restart as well. But then after the second or third corner, Yusuf lifted out of nowhere, I think he might have gotten an illegal overtake. So yeah, I think 2 or 3 cars got damaged because of that. Even his teammate got damaged. That was funny, but yeah. And after that, it was just a DRS train, and the guys ahead of me, like the 2 cars ahead of me, had 3 second penalty. So I was thinking like I don't need to push that much. I just need to be in the 3 second window, and I'll get the podium. That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
Well,
lastly,
I mean,
I want to say Websy like nailed the strategy. That was like such a goated strategy. So
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, good call there, Wicked Vicky. Yeah, I've got to say it's pretty tricky not to pick up a time track penalty around here.
Mexico.
Sorry, track
Yeah,
limits.
you're right.
Yeah, 36
Yep.
laps of that.
Yeah.
I know Scotty highlighted it yesterday, but yeah, that really helped you there get on the podium. So yeah, fantastic execution from you today, Marty B. Anything you want to add before we move on to P2?
Oh, just quickly, absolutely. So I was talking during the stream about the hards not being that great once they're worn out. 28 laps on the hards you did, Vicky. How was the car feeling at the end?
To be honest, it wasn't feeling that bad. And mentally, I was also thinking like other cars in front of me also were on old tires. So I don't need to push that much. I just need to be in the 3 sec window. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
nice one. Excellent. Good to see Alfa Romeo out there on the podium. Well done, mate. Good race.
Cheers. Thanks.
I think have we got Yusuf in here too?
Sorry, yep, we do. Yeah, congratulations there to Wicked Vicky. Of course, we've got the Enduro next weekend. That's Singapore, so 100% there. Make sure you get the practice in there, boys. But yeah, so we'll move on to P2. Of course, that's Yusuf in the Ferrari. Another really good performance there, and obviously the 5 second penalty hurt him. Didn't really allow him to pit there at the end. He would have dropped too many places. Sitting there serving that pen and changing the tyres, decided to stay out there, and really good stint, Yusuf, and he was even fighting Websy for the win on track anyway. So yeah, Yusuf, I think you've got your mic on mute. If you can just unmute us and let us know how your race was today, mate.
Yeah, first of all, how's it going, guys?
Thanks, mate. Yep.
Well, that was freaking tough race, to be honest. Like, it was going all good on the start until the first few safety cars came out, and honestly it was all good up until I just got that illegal overtake, and basically I just couldn't box after that because I would just lose too much positions and all. So I thought I'd just stick it out and see if I could, keep it on track with those hards. And yeah, it worked out. I had the gap on KLX for the 8 seconds, so I was like, all or nothing, and last lap I somehow kept it within DRS of Websy, and I was like, why not, we'll go for it. See, I might have got the full 8 seconds removed because I did have the illegal overtake, and then I did get pushed off the track a few times after one of the safety cars, so I was like, all or nothing, might as well.
Yeah, I did wonder that the 5 second, it said you cut the track and gained 1 position. So we did see it, I think it was turn 4 maybe-ish after the restart. It looked like you sort of got caught up in a gaggle of cars there and may have just gone off track to avoid a collision with someone. So are you going to be looking to get rid of that in the steward's room after the race?
Probably not, because it's not going to gain me any positions or nothing, so I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Yep.
Had the pace though.
Yusuf.
Had the pace, mate. It was good to see the Scuderia Ferrari up there. Of course, Websy nailed the strategy, man. He just reeled you in like fishing off the rocks. He just absolutely tore new shreds in reality coming after you there. But, I mean, P2's not bad. We know you've got the pace. And it's good to see you up there. You may sound a little bit disappointed, but, I mean, anybody out there watching can aspire to be up in the top 5, even the top 10 in Tier 1. Some of the boys out there are pretty fast. What are your final thoughts for the race heading into next weekend?
Yeah, just keep up the consistency and get some practice in, and I should be alright.
Fair enough.
All right,
a man, a few words. Love it.
No, I like it. Gets it done on track. That's what we like. Man, a few words and just executes it. So congratulations on P2 for Team Ferrari. Of course, it hurt missing your teammate there in the race. I think the Ferrari boys really work well together, but unfortunately couldn't keep them on track together there. But We'll move on to Webbsy now, of course. The McLaren teammate of yours, Marty, and as everyone else has really highlighted in the chat here, Webbsy absolutely executed that pit strategy to perfection, and reeled the boys in front of him quite easily. So take it away, Marty.
Oh, Webbsy, baby. I'm not biased, but if I was, mate, that was a cracker. Just on the soft late. I know we had a chat in the in our group chat before the race, and we talked about the strategy, and I did let you know that the hards were pretty average, and you have just absolutely nailed it down to a T. That car was on rails, mate. Run us through it.
Yeah, so on that first safety car that I boxed, I saw everyone else go onto hards. So I was kind of second guessing the strategy, but I thought I'll just send it. I might as well. So I went for the medium soft, and then the mediums were decent. They were definitely keeping pace with the hards. And I was actually hoping for a safety car, I didn't think the strategy would have been possible without a safety car, but I thought, the safety car never came, so I just boxed onto softs and I thought there was no way that I was going to catch up, but somehow I was catching 3-4 seconds a lap. So...
Yeah, man, I did say, well, I think there was about 10 to go and you were 20 behind, so I did say you needed to get 2 seconds a lap, but in the first lap and a bit, you'd gained 3.5 seconds or something or other, so you were already well ahead of where you needed to be, and you just reeled in Yusuf. You just absolutely smashed that time out of the park, and it's nice to win on track. I mean, we know he had some penalties, but you've got to win on track just in case those penalties get removed, eh? So it's beautiful to see a Papaya McLaren up there at the front, and you're doing well this season. You did say in the chat earlier to me that you had some doubts about this track, but gee whiskers, you nailed it. So obviously the car felt good. Did you run high wings in the end, or what did you run?
Nah, I think I ran like 38, 30 wings. I was running higher wings yesterday when I was practicing, but I thought they were definitely too high, so I lowered them down a bit. And yeah, it felt pretty decent. I had good straight line speed, I feel, compared to Yusuf and all the others. So I think it definitely worked out well in the end. The setup.
Nah, it sure did.
100%.
Congratulations there, mate. Yeah,
yep.
I think you're sitting, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8th overall at the moment. Wasn't the greatest start for you, but obviously with a win there and pole today, clearly back in form. That's going to boost you probably back into the top 5 for Tier 1. So fantastic result for you today and the boys out there for McLaren over the weekend. So how do you feel about Singapore with the Enduro next weekend?
Oh, it's going to be a tough race, it's going to be over 2 hours probably. I'm just hoping to survive, I don't think there's going to be many survivors. So if I manage to survive, especially without penalties, then it will be big points, definitely, I think.
Absolutely.
It'll be a tough race.
Yeah, well, it was between 2 for the go with Jeddah or Singapore, and we decided to go with Singapore. So we know they're definitely both tough tracks. You just got to keep it out of the wall, and yeah, good luck for you next weekend, and congratulations on tonight's win, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, Marty B, that's another round in the books for Inters Racing League Tier 1, round 4 at Mexico. It was another cracking race, mate. Always great to have you in the comms box, especially when your teammate wins to go over the line. Always a bit of extra excitement there from Marty B. So another great call, mate. Yep, thanks for joining us today. Shout out to the podium winners, Webbsy, Yusuf and Vicky. You're joining us today for the interviews. And, of course, we'll look forward to Enduro next weekend. It's round 5 Singapore, Inters Racing League. That's 100% racing, guys. So make sure you get your practice in because, you want to keep it out of the walls, and that'll give you your best chance of getting some points tonight, Marty. So take us out of here if you don't mind.
Oh, man, what a banger that was. Started off a bit messy. Turned out to be one of the best races I've watched in a while. And can't wait to see the next round. So round 5, of course, Singapore next week is a 100% race. It is the Enduro. Like Broseph says, keep it out of the walls and you will be fine. So same as ever, I have been Marty B in Sky Race Control with my best mate Broseph Coop. And we will see you in 7 days on Sunday. Peace.
Peace.